Hey everyone, Critical Composer here. Before I get into anything, we hit 1,000 subs. That's unbelievable. Y'all are amazing and I want to thank each and every one of you. That's a crazy milestone that I never thought I would hit since I make rather niche, sometimes dry content for an underutilized software. But each and every one of you helped me get here, so thank you all so much. On the flip side, I now have access to community posts so I can make text updates and polls all day long. You know, the kind of content that everyone who subscribes to a video service really wants. Oh, YouTube, never change. So, it's been almost 3 months since my last core video, the joystick move breakdown, and that's because I took the summer off. Family is important to me, and with my daughter out of school, I decided that I wouldn't work so hard on the video making. I did end up making 2 smaller videos, but I didn't put in the 30 to 40 hour work weeks of making a Steam Input Essentials video that I was doing beforehand. I still had some personal time at night though, and decided to work on some smaller projects that I've been meaning to get around to. Before we get into that though, I'd like to put a quick spotlight on the audio, which has undergone a significant upgrade. I want to thank my Patreons for making this possible. I was able to snag a nice audio interface and cheap microphone arms, so now I have a proper mic setup. My first project was a VSCView theme based on Valve's newest minimal Steam controller image. If you like it and want to use it, it comes packaged with the latest versions of VSCView. Just look for the theme named Gray Minimal. A link to VSCView can be found in the description. Next is my Steam controller focused Google Drive. It contains all of my personal configs, a collection of radial and touch menu icons, and a collection of Steam Input adjacent programs. The configs are a combination of the raw VDF file and a text document explaining the gist of the config, a full rundown of the bindings, the Steam Input community share link, and any additional information about the config, such as if it uses special icons or requires extra software to get the game running. The icons are a mix of ones I've personally made, as well as stuff that I found on the internet, and all icons are credited to their creators. The software is mainly intended to be a backup repository, and I highly suggest that you go to the source, when available, to download them. I just find comfort in knowing that these programs won't be lost if their original links end up dying one day. On a parallel note, I've finally begun uploading my configs to the Steam community, so all of the configs that are on my Google Drive are also on my Steam profile. You don't get the text file explanation this way, but it is the easiest way to import my configs. Just add me as a friend on Steam and use the Your Friends tab in the Import Config menu. My most daunting project is also the one that might have the biggest impact. I decided that one of the best ways to teach a software is through hands-on trial and error, and through that came to the conclusion that Steam Input really needs a Wii Sports type of game. No, not a minigame compilation. What I mean is a tutorial game to teach you the basics of the software, so I set out to make one. It isn't much now, but the idea is that each level has its own set of bindings. So jump might be on keyboard up arrow in level 1, but it would change to keyboard G in the next. Or maybe a level requires a precise tap of the jump button that just so happens to be the exact timing of a start press activator. The game would have text to help aid the player in manipulating Steam Input for the first time, but the hand holding would eventually stop and each level would turn into a puzzle of discovering bindings and assigning them in a way that felt natural to the player but also made smart use of activators to reduce the pain of tricky platforming. This idea has a long way to go, especially since I'm still learning the engine, but I'm quite excited for it. Finally, I tried my hand at streaming. This has been one of the most requested features in the community that continues to be unfulfilled. There really aren't any Steam controller streamers out there. I play games that I'm excited about rather than chasing trending games, and I put an emphasis on the Steam controller and Steam Input. Currently, I'm running through Axiom Verge for my first time and building my config as I unlock new abilities. This gives me a great jumping off point for placing simple actions like jump and shoot, but also allows me to showcase how a config gets iterated on over time. I have a link to my Mixer channel in the description for those interested. My tentative stream times are Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9 a.m. EST to 2 p.m. EST, though I'm playing with the idea of streaming non-game stuff on Wednesday and Friday, such as writing music, making YouTube videos, or programming that video game. Basically, it could be a chill hangout session while I work on my other projects. So, I'm making themes, video games, collecting icons, building a personal config database, streaming, and even working on new logos for my brand. Where does tutorial making fit into all of this? Yeah, see, that's kind of the problem. Steam Input Essentials videos require a lot of time. Between research, writing the script, editing the script, recording it, editing and mastering the spoken script, getting footage, putting it all together, making all the nice visual effects and transitions, exporting the video, figuring out I screwed something up and have to do another 2 export of that video, writing descriptions, making timestamps, and posting links to the video across various media sources. These videos take upwards of 3 to 4 weeks for me to produce from start to finish. And that is working on them through most of my free time. It isn't unusual for me to get burned out after one of these and take a week or 2 off. So instead I'm going to pace myself on these and work on them between other projects. This probably means that there'll be a bit more time between releases, but I think the end result will benefit from it. On a positive note, there are only 2 more large input styles to cover, so after that, the videos will roll out a little quicker since there's less to cover in each one. Despite this, my channel should still see some fairly regular activity. I intend to work on smaller videos like the recent one about epoch and gyro aiming. There has also been some exciting advancements in stream input adjacent software that I'd like to cover, and I'm aiming to reboot the CAPI conversation with a series that is more focused than my original CAPI scrutiny. This series would be aimed specifically at developers with the intent of improving future implementation of CAPI. I still like the idea of reviewing CAPI implementations, but I think it could be handled better, so I won't be returning to it without a better plan of action. So that's where I've been and where I'm going. Again, I want to thank everyone for helping me get this far. 1,000 subscribers still amazes me, and it feels like just yesterday that I was psyched about breaking 500. The last 3 years of making videos and meeting everyone in this community has been amazing, and I hope the next 3 are just as exciting.